Ever get stuck like trying to figure out how much something costs at the store and wishing you could just like do the math in your head?
Oh, yeah.
Or hate having to pull out your phone calculator for something that seems kind of basic?
Totally.
Well, today we are diving deep into mental math, especially, multiplication.
Just like a superpower, right?
Totally. You send over a bunch of cool stuff too, articles, podcasts, even this like 12 by 75 challenge.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's like someone's ready to ditch the calculator and really embrace the power of your own mind or something like that.
That's what we're going for. And the best part is there's not like just one right way to do it, It's all about figuring out what works for you.
I like that.
Like that challenge you mentioned, 12 by 75. Let's try out some strategies on that.
Okay, 12 by 75. See, I'm already reaching for the calculator.
Uh-huh.
So what's the first like mental math trick we can use here?
Let's break it down. Instead of like tackling it all at once, think of it as 12 by 3 and then times 25. Oh, okay.
Because in multiplication, the order doesn't actually matter.
Right.
It's that, what's that property called? The commutative property.
Yes, that's the one. So 12 by 3, we can do that. It's 36.
Okay, 36. But then we have to multiply that by 25.
But think about it like quarters.
Quarters.
Yeah, like how many quarters are in a dollar?
4.
Right. So how many dollars would we have with 36 quarters?
9.
Exactly.
So that's, wait, $9, which is 900 cents.
You got it.
See, I told you my brain goes straight for that calculator.
It's a reflex.
It is. But, okay, using money for math, that's kind of cool. Is that like a real strategy?
For sure. We're all about making those connections, right?
Write it down.
I mean, everyone's pretty good at dealing with money. So if you can think of 75 as 3 quarters, suddenly the problem just makes sense.
It's way less intimidating that way.
Exactly.
So instead of 12 by 75, it's like we're doing 12 sets of 3 quarters.
You got it.
Which, again, brings us to 900. It's like we're doing mental math all the time without even realizing it.
All the time.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So what's another way to tackle this?
Have you ever heard of multiplying by parts?
Breaking it down even further. Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
So this time we're going to split that 12 into 10 plus 2.
Okay.
See how much easier that makes it already.
Oh, for sure. 10 by 75, boom, 750. And then 2 by 75, that's 150. So 750 plus 150, 900. It's like that splitting trick, just like opens everything up.
Exactly. We're using the distributive property here.
Famous.
Basically, we're multiplying each part of the 12, so the 10 and the 2, by that 75, and then just adding the results.
So much easier than it seems at first.
Right. Are you ready for a little math magic?
Ooh, magic. I'm always down for some magic. What's the trick this time?
It's called the double and half strategy. We're going to have one number and double the other.
Okay.
So half of 12, that gives us 6. And if we double 75, we get 150.
Wait, so now it's 6 by 150? How does that help us?
Because it's still the same answer, just like repackaged in a friendlier way,
Okay.
It's about keeping things balanced. Cut one number in half, double the other, and the product stays the same.
Okay, my mind is a little blown, but I'm with you. So 6 by 150. Well, 6 by 100 is 600, and then half of that is 300, so
Yeah.
900. It actually works. This balancing act, does it work with any multiplication problem?
It does. It shows how like interconnected numbers really are.
Totally. It's like they have these secret relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, that one was wild. What else do we have in our mental math toolkit?
All right, this next one might be a good one if you're comfortable with fractions.
Fractions. Hit me.
It's the using fractions strategy.
Okay, some people think in fractions, so I bet this one will resonate.
For sure. So think of 75 as 3 quarters.
Right, 34.
Exactly. So we're basically trying to find 74 of 12.
Let me think. A quarter of 12 is 3, and 3 times that is 9.
Good.
But we're talking about quarters, so we need to...
Scale it back up. Multiply by 100.
Right. And that gets us back to 900. It's like speaking a whole different math language.
That's a great way to put it.
So we've got breaking it down, we've got doubling and halving, we've got fractions. What about just like estimating? Can that help with multiplication too?
Absolutely. Estimation is super useful. Let's try that with our 12 by 75. How do you think we can use estimation here?
Well, 75 is pretty close to 100.
Exactly. Let's round it up to 100. So now it's 12 by 100, which is...
1,200. That's way easier.
Right. But we've overshot our target a little bit, haven't we?
We did. By 25.
You got it. So we need to subtract that excess.
Yes.
We need to subtract 12 times 25.
Which is 300.
Yeah.
So 1,200, 300 brings us right back to, drum roll please,
Yeah.
900. That's really cool. It's not exact, but it gets you in the right ballpark.
Day.
I could see how that would be super helpful for Like just getting a quick idea of the answer.
Exactly. It's about working smarter, not harder.
I like that. Okay, so we've covered a bunch of strategies. What's our, final mental math trick for today?
Last but not least, let's talk about grouping. It's all about recognizing patterns and using those aha moments to our advantage.
Grouping, like finding those friendly number combos. Oh, I'm into it. What are we grouping in our trusty 12 by 75?
Well, let's break down that 12 again, this time into 4 by 3. Now, does 4 by 25 ring a bell?
It does. Ding, ding, ding. Mental math light bulb moment.
Yeah?
4 by 25 equals 100.
Perfect.
So that means it's 3 by 3 by 100, which is, wait for it, 900. It never gets old.
Oh.
It's amazing how, breaking things down and regrouping them can make a problem so much easier.
Exactly. It all comes down to number sense, seeing those relationships between the numbers. You start recognizing the building blocks.
It's like you're not even doing math anymore. You're cracking a code or something.
Yeah.
So we've explored all these awesome mental strategies, all with our 12 by 75 example. But in a world where everyone's glued to their phones and calculators, why even bother with mental math? Isn't it kind of, a dying art?
I think it's more important than ever. I mean, technology is great, don't get me wrong, but if we rely on it for everything...
We get kind of lazy.
Exactly. It's like our brains need a workout too,
Mental muscles getting flabby, got to keep them toned.
That's a good way to put it. Mental math, it's like taking your brain to the gym, keeps those cognitive wheels turning. It's good for your memory, even helps you focus better.
And it's not just about, flexing our mental muscles, right? There are real situations where it comes in handy.
All the time.
Imagine you're at a restaurant trying to figure out the tip, or maybe you're at the store trying to calculate a discount.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that person holding up the line, fumbling with your phone.
Exactly. You've got the power to do it all in your head.
Right. It's about that independence, that confidence in your own abilities.
Exactly.
But it sounds like it goes even deeper than that. It's not just about convenience. It's about, changing how we see numbers altogether.
Absolutely.
We're not just memorizing times tables anymore. We're understanding the why, the how, the relationships, the patterns.
You're not just doing math, you're unlocking the code. And honestly, that aha moment when you figure something out on your own,
It's the best.
there's nothing like it.
So true. It's like solving a puzzle, but instead of pieces, we're using numbers. So to everyone listening, next time you're hit with a multiplication problem, before you reach for that calculator,
Take a second.
yeah, try one of these strategies, see what happens. You might be surprised at what your mind can do.
You just might surprise yourself. And who knows, you might even start to find mental math, dare I say, fun.
It's all about reclaiming that power, that joy of figuring things out for yourself. It's been awesome diving into mental math today. And remember, there's no one right way to do it. Just find what works for you. Keep practicing, and most importantly, have fun with it.